Gossamer by Stephen Cosgrove and illustrated by Wendy Edelson, Part 2. She would have been there to this very day if there had not come a fluttering in the sky. Flipping and flapping with ragtag wings flew a very old and tattered butterfly. "Is there someone there?" he said as he floated about. The little winter weasel looked about and said, "I am here, old butterfly. Who are you?" With his torn wings flopping, he dropped with a bump to the island. "I am called Gossamer," he said in an old weathered voice. "I've been looking for autumn, but I seem to have flown right by it. Now I have flown past winter and am nearing spring. Why are you on this island?" Pratina's tears dripped down her cheeks as she told Gossamer how she came to be on the rock in the middle of Mirror Lake. Gossamer laughed and laughed when she finished her tale. "I don't think there is anything to laugh about," sniffed Pratina as she stifled a sob. "Oh, my dear little weasel, I am not laughing at you, but at the remembrance of another story. Listen as I tell you. Once there was the most beautiful butterfly in all the land of Barely There. At first he didn't know that he was beautiful, but one day he happened to fly over a sparkling creek. He looked down and saw the most beautiful creature he had ever seen. It was then that the butterfly realized he was looking at his own mirrored image. So enamored was he that from that day forward he looked most everywhere to see his own reflection." Gossamer paused as he wiped his eyes with his tattered wings. He was so much in love with his own image that he hated to see the sun set, for at night there was little or no reflection. One night, as he was flying high above the clouds, he looked below and saw a flash and a spark. Knowing for certain that where there was light, there was reflection, he dove hungrily toward the source. His butterfly body twisted and turned as he recklessly flew downward. The silly butterfly saw a bit of his image cast in a tiny broken mirror. But too late, he realized that the sparkling light was a candle's flame. He arched his back and reached for the wind with all his strength. But he was too close. The flickering flame burnt and singed his beautiful wings, and the heat blinded his eyes forever. "Oh, I am so sorry," said Pratina, her heart filled with pity as she realized that Gossamer was telling his own story. The old butterfly fluttered his wings and gently sat down on the winter weasel's nose. He chuckled. "Sorry? You feel sorry for me? No, my little Pratina, I feel sorry for you. It is true that I was blinded by the flame because of my vanity. But even though I cannot see, I am not really blind. It's all in how you feel about yourself. I'm having a glorious time finding the warmth of spring." The little weasel's eyes crossed as she looked at the ugly ragtag butterfly. Suddenly it dawned on her that in comparison he was far more beautiful than she. Though he appeared ugly on the outside because of his burnt and tattered wings, on the inside he was filled with love, and his beauty, as beauty must, glowed from deep within. With Gossamer fluttering beside her, the humbled winter weasel carefully crossed icy Mirror Lake and guided the blind but beautiful butterfly back to spring in the land of Barely There. There they live to this very day, telling all the creatures in the land that outward beauty can be enjoyed only when inward beauty is present.